Hi, I'm Jim Muehlhausen, author of the 51 Fatal Business Errors and How to Avoid Them. And I'm here to talk to you about fatal error number 43, reinventing the wheel daily. Now, I've done a lot of live workshops, and I've asked thousands of business owners, who has an operations plan? 10% of the hands go in the air. The next thing I say is, every hand in the room should have gone up. Everyone is in fact operating. I call your number, somebody answers the phone. If you're operating, you have an operations plan. But the people that raise their hands, the 10%, have a written operation plan. Everybody else in the room has an operation plan that is right between their ears. And every day when they walk through the front door, they reinvent the wheel and figure out, how are we going to do business today? That would be fun. I know I did it yesterday, but let's do it again today. The process of reinventing the wheel every day is awfully time consuming, and most importantly, it consumes the most valuable time in the organization, that of the CEO, you. In the name of flexibility and one-off solutions, what we've done is doom you to a firefighting existence. The operations plan isn't done for one reason. It's a royal pain. When I ask people how long to do an ops plan, the standard answer is a year. And let's be real, if you haven't done an ops plan up till now, if you haven't put in that year, you're probably not going to. Now, this is not me beating you up. I don't want you to worry about it. I do have a solution that's far less painful. The very best way to build an ops plan is in small chunks. All you have to do is make a small commitment to knock these things down as they come up. So every time something happens that you don't like, you want to ask yourself, is this ever going to happen again? Do I need to systematize or proceduralize? And then what I want you to do is take the time to create the mini ops plan for this one individual item. What will happen is you're going to slowly and systematically build that ops plan one thing at a time. Now, a couple finer points. I don't like words on paper. I much prefer video or pictograms like cartoons rather than words on paper. Let's face it, no one is going to read the words on paper. No one reads your manuals, so let's just not do those. What we want to do is we want to create systems that will work, and there's a couple of immutable laws. One, work with laziness, not against it. If you expect people to do what they should do, which is number two, you're going to fail. People are going to take the path of least resistance, which is work with laziness, not against it, and they're probably not going to do what they should do. That said, if your plan requires that people do it the hard way instead of the easy way and do what they should do, your plan is going to fail. What you have to do is have a plan that will work with laziness, and they don't have to do what they should do. They just have to do what is natural because you've created a system. Here's a couple of examples. Number one, I had a problem in my own factory. Imagine 50 30-something guys and all their McDonald's bags every day from lunch, and I could never keep the plant as neat and tidy as I liked. It was always a mess in my opinion, and it really bugged me. And so my shop manager got on my side and we said, by golly, we're going to fix this problem. And so we do the standard things like put a sign in the lunch break, your mother does not work here, clean up after yourself. You know how well that worked. It didn't. We tried all kinds of things. I did solve the problem. It was really, really simple. And this is a system. I bought 3 times the number of trash cans. There was about 10 trash cans in this fairly large plant, and I literally created a rule, 3 steps to a garbage can. So you can imagine how many garbage cans there were with all these guys with these big work tables. We put 50 garbage cans in there instead of 10 or 15, and what happened was they threw the bags away. Why? Because it worked with laziness, and I ignored the fact that they should want to throw their bag away. Well, they obviously proved that they didn't want to throw their bag away if it was too hard. I made it easy to throw your garbage away, and they did. That's a real simple system. Now I want to talk to you about creating those little mini systems. I have a doctor that is a client. And they have this one gal who's just a superstar. Everybody has that. And let's just clone her. That's the plan. Well, you can't clone her. And their biggest gripe was that this gal's the only one that could really file well, of all things. You know, other people put it in the wrong spots, and they didn't like the way they did it, and they weren't efficient. So how do we clone her? Well, come on. This gal wasn't born knowing how to file well. She learned how to do it. It was a system. And so what we really need to do is get that system out of her head and into some usable format that others can do. Video is a great format, and I encourage you to use video for everything you can because it is quick and dirty, it's easy, and it's very permanent, it's very usable. So what we literally did was walk around behind her with a video camera saying, tell us what you're thinking. Well, here's this file, and it's red, and this means this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm putting it here because of this. And in a 10-minute video, she was able, just through a few examples, to create a training video that made all future employees excellent at filing simply because we just kind of did a data dump on video of her head. It really can be that simple. Start with easy stuff, start with stuff that's going to come again, and before you know it, you're going to have an operations manual on your hand, and you won't need to reinvent the wheel when you walk through the front door every day. I hope you've enjoyed this, Air. I'll look forward to speaking to you on the next one.